Eevee is a special Pokemon. It can evolve into so many different kinds. Give it a Thunderstone, it'll evolve into a Jolteon. Give it a Water Stone, it'll turn into a Vaporeon. Give it a Firestone, it'll become a FLAREON. Make it happy during the night, you'll find yourself an Umbreon. Make it happy during the day, and you'll rock out an Espeon. If you take it to Moss Rock and level it up once, you'll find yourself having a Leafeon. And last and definitely least, if you evolve it at Glacier Rock, you'll get a Glaceon. Excluding Glaceon because no one likes it, these 6 Pokemon form the Eevee Brothers. Hey guys, I kind of wanted to try something new, so I decided to do like an Eevee team, pretty much because I was bored. So here's a battle with A-Kubs, and I lead with my Espeon, and this is a Trick Espeon, so I'm going to trick a Choice Scarf onto his Swampert. So he goes for the Mirror Coat, expecting a special move, but he doesn't get it, and he's going to try to go for it again since he's Scarfed, but I go into Leafeon because Leafeon is cool. And I predict a switch, so I decide to Grass Whistle, but unfortunately I miss. So I go into Flareon because Flareon can take the Fire-type move because of Flash Fire. And this is a Banded Flareon, so I just go for the Superpower, expecting it to do pretty nice damage to anything. And he ends up going into the Swampert, and Superpower does nice damage to Swampert. Now I'm just going to go back into Leafeon because I'm pretty sure it can't do anything to Leafeon. I'm just going to Grass Whistle again on the switch. And good for me, he does go into the Heatran, and that'll put it to sleep, which is pretty good for me. So now he goes out into IR Uber, aka his Latias. I went for the Baton Pass to see what he'd do, and then I can, do something that counters whatever he does. But anyway, he goes for the Dragon Pulse, and it hits Umbreon pretty hard, but not that hard since Umbreon's a special wall. And I go for a Curse, and that's pretty nice because I can, wall out that Latias and get some curses. So he goes out into this Dusknoir, and I'm really afraid of the Will-O-Wisp, so I decide to switch, and I go out into Flareon, but he predicts that really nicely and goes for the Earthquake, which obviously is going to hurt Flareon quite a lot. But Flareon is going to hang on, which is nice, and I do get the Wish, so that's pretty good. So I Wish up, and I'm about like 2/3, or like I'm at like 75% of my health. I go for the Bite because it's, Flareon doesn't have a whole lot of physical options. Bite is kind of one of the better moves it has. But it doesn't quite do a whole lot to Dusknoir. It does about half, which I guess is okay. I was hoping for the flinch, but I didn't get it. And Dusknoir takes out Flareon. That sucks. So I got on to Jolteon. This is a Specs Jolteon. I'm just going to Shadow Ball, and that's pretty much good game for the Dusknoir. And the Dusknoir goes down, but he's going to end up going into GLISCOR, and I don't think Shadow Ball can one-hit KO, and I really don't want to take an Earthquake, so I go out into Vaporeon, who's somewhat of a physical tank for me, and he goes for the Earthquake, and that doesn't do a whole lot. So I'm kind of thinking he'll switch, so I decide to go out and try to Toxic whatever he switches into, and he tries to go out into IR Uber, which is good because I get the Toxic off on that, and I can't really think of something on his team I would rather have Toxic than that. So anyway, I decide to pretty much go for the Protect for Toxic stalling, not to mention the Leftovers recovery for me, and he tries to go for the Dragon Pulse, and I'm just going to switch out into Umbreon, who is like my special wall or tank or whatever. And he tries going for the Thunderbolt, trying to get the super effective move on Vaporeon, but he doesn't get it, and Umbreon takes that pretty nicely. So I'm just going to Wish because I don't think he can 2-hit KO me, and even if he could, I do have Protect on this Umbreon. But instead he goes for the Recover, so that's not bad for me. I mean, Toxic Poison is still going to be doing a lot of damage since he's been out for a while, and yeah, I'm just going to be withering down this Latias here. So he Dragon Pulses, that's not going to do too much to Umbreon, and I'm pretty much going to get all of it back from Wish, and I just Curse because, it's a free Curse. It's kind of pointless to Protect when, I'm going to be at full health anyway, or close to it. So my Wish comes true, I get shot back to green health, especially after the Leftovers recovery, and that Latias is still taking a buttload from Poison. So I Protect, pretty much be a jerk, and Toxic Stall, and yeah, he does try to just do some damage before going out, and I just Toxic Stall him, and that was pretty gay of me, but still was effective. So he goes into Scizor, and this sucks because I have not, Eevees cannot deal with Swords Dance Scizor. I go for the payback, just hoping it was a Banded Scizor, but no, it's a Swords Dance Scizor with Leftovers, and that's just not good. And unfortunately, I can't really switch because I don't really have a safe switch, and I kind of just still am set up, which is just bad for me. I'm hoping that my cursing will do enough so I can survive a hit and maybe do some significant damage with payback, but it's not going to be able to do too much. So pretty much he gets 3 Swords Dances, and usually that's good game when a Scizor gets 3 Swords Dances on you. I protect to see what he's going to do. He goes for the X-Scizor, which is like crap. That's probably going to one-hit KO me. But he actually goes for the Brick Break here, which is a relief because I believe I can live a Brick Break after 3 curses, and I do. And I just use the payback, and that's going to do some damage to Scizor, but not a whole lot. And this is really bad because I'm going to be 2-hit KO'd now by the Brick Break. So I go out into Jolteon, kind of just praying that I can survive a Bullet Punch, even though I know I can't. I mean, I do have the resistance, but Jolteon's defense is just bad. And I really think I'm going to be swept by the Scizor. So he Bullet Punches me, and that does one-hit KO Jolteon, which is just wow. But he makes a huge mistake. I go out into Espeon because I thought I lost this battle. I mean, he's gonna get a Scizor sweep, but instead of going for the Bullet Punch like he should have, he decided to, I think, use X-Scizor for the super effectiveness, and that was a huge misplay for him. And I go over the Hidden Power Fire and take it out, and I don't even know what he was thinking. So he goes out into this GLISCOR, and Earthquake after the Life Orb is going to do a lot of damage, but it's not quite going to kill my Espeon, and Espeon is going to do some nice damage with Psychic, and is able to take out that GLISCOR. So GLISCOR goes down, and all he has left is, what, 2 Pokemon? Let me see. Yeah, 2. He goes out in the Swampert, probably to try to Mirror Coat, but at this health he's not going to be able to take a Psychic. And yeah, Espeon's Psychics are pretty powerful, and that takes out the Swampert. And his last poke is a Heatran who is asleep, so I'm just going to go out into Vaporeon for the win. So that's pretty nice. I mean, even with the misplay, I still took out a team of OUs with 6 Eevee evolutions, most of which suck. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Good game, A-Kubs. I know you made a mistake there, but what can you do? I mean, it's a learning experience, I'm sure, for us all. So, rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching this epic battle of Eevees. So, yeah. Pretty cool. I actually like doing something new for a change. eeveelutions are awesome. Anyway, peace, guys. Today's question of the day is, what is your favorite competitive game that you play besides Pokemon? I play several competitive games besides Pokemon, but my favorite is actually an online game. I mean, it's an old game called Doom. I don't remember if you guys remember it, but it was a while ago. But someone pretty much hacked it so it could be played online. It's called Z-Demon, and it's just really fast-paced, really addictive, really fun, and I'm pretty good at it. So, yeah, leave a comment about your favorite competitive game. It can be a board game, it can be a video game, it can be a sport, but your favorite competitive game besides Pokemon that you play. And if you don't play any other competitive games or even Pokemon, then just leave a comment that's saying that. So anyway, yeah. Leave a comment about that, and rate, comment, subscribe, and peace, dudes.